Today we will be talking about behavior contracts. We will be going over what a behavior contract is, why you should use one, and how to create one. We will go over some examples of behavior contracts and some ideas to troubleshoot if you are having issues with the behavior contract. In this video, we will discuss behavior contract basics, such as how to create a behavior contract and why they are beneficial, some examples of different types of behavior contracts, scenarios of students using behavior contracts, and lastly, troubleshooting tips and benefits of a behavior contract. A behavior contract is an agreement between the student and an adult that defines what is expected of the student, how those expectations will be enforced, and what the student will earn if the expectations are followed. There are three principles to the behavior contract. The first principle is the behavior. This includes behaviors we want to encourage and those we want to change. The second principle is the reward. The reward should be something that will motivate the student to follow the expectations of the behavior contract. The last principle is the data sheet. The data sheet clearly defines what is expected of the student, how to follow those expectations, and what the student will earn if they follow the expectations. You should use a behavior contract for one-to-one help and to help students feel accountable. The behavior contract provides structure, routine, consistency, and organization. Behavior contract can also improve the grades, accountability, and self-responsibility of the student. The student knows if they complete what is required of them, they will earn a reward. This helps them to be more motivated and put more effort into following the expectations set for them. With the student, choose 2 or 3 behaviors that you want to change. The goal and strategies would need to be put in place to help prevent the behaviors from happening. We will be discussing preventative strategies in an upcoming video. The consequences of when the behavior contract is not followed and the reward earned if it is need to be laid out ahead of time. The behavior contract needs to be used every day for consistency. After each activity, check in with the student to go over their behavior and remind them of their expectations. When the student has met their goal, give them their reward as soon as possible. At the end of the day, review the behavior contract with them and talk about the areas that need improvement and where they have succeeded. This contract tracks behavior, good choices versus bad choices per activity. You would set parameters ahead of time so that the student knows the expectations going into this contract, such as less than 2 negative behaviors per activity equals good choices. At the end of each activity, the student would earn a 2 to 5 minute reward. This behavior contract establishes 3 rules for the student to follow and tracks them throughout the day. It uses smiley faces to represent 3 levels of compliance to the rules. At the end of each activity, you will review the student's behavior, score the activity, and if the goal was met, give reward time. This behavior contract tracks the student's behavior during the day, allowing the student to earn points that are redeemed for longer periods of reward time at the end of a large block of time. This contract provides coping strategies that the student can use when frustrated and allows them to earn bonus points when using new skills without being prompted. You would review the points earned after each activity. At the end of the block of time, the student tallies points earned, and if the goal has been met, the student is given their reward time. Sarah struggles to complete her assignments due to her playing during the time given for instruction and classwork. Her behavior contract requires her to complete 3 assignments in the morning to earn free time. If she does not complete them all, she does not earn free time. This behavior contract tracks her assignments and she is given a check mark when each one is completed. Mickey has a hard time following class rules and listening to his teacher. When he is frustrated, he talks back to adults, tries to leave the classroom, and hits other students. His behavior contract requires him to follow 5 behavior rules in order to earn lunch with a preferred adult. This behavior contract tracks his behavior by activity, using numbers to show how many of the rules he follows. For the contract to work, it's key to get the student's input. Work with the student to come up with goals, strategies, rewards, and consequences. Having them help shape the contract makes kids more likely to stick with it. It is helpful to make a list of rewards that the student prefers and to review the list if the contract is not working. The issue might be that the chosen reward is not actually something the student wants on a regular basis, or that the amount of the reward time given needs to be adjusted. Make sure to use the contract every day and give rewards immediately once they are earned. Some of the benefits of using a behavior contract are they can be individualized to fit each student, and the student knows ahead of time what is expected of them in order to earn a reward. Behavior contracts are flexible, easy to use, and can provide valuable feedback for the student.